This is big breaking emergency news. The Democratic National Convention is now under lockdown. We have had major disruptions and major security breaches at the DNC, and this could even potentially cause disruptions to Biden speaking tonight. So let's get into the details here really quick. Please hit it up for me down there. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'm posting multiple videos a day, keeping you guys updated on all this big urgent news. All right, so Biden is set to speak at the DNC tonight, Monday night, and there's been major security breaches there, and they're on lockdown. Thousands of police have been deployed to secure the perimeter. There's been major breaches, and people have been trying to get in. Hundreds of people have been trying to rush in and swarm the DNC. All right, so this is big that this is happening right now, and it seems like all these people have been bussed in from around the country. Right, there are tens of thousands of people there, and they're having major security issues right now. So let's get into all the details here really quick too. At the White House today, there were moving vans, U-Haul moving vans were seen at the White House today, and Biden is set to make his farewell speech. That's what they're calling this, his quote farewell speech at the DNC today. All right, so we could see potentially Biden making a big announcement there, but most likely he is just clearing things out, and they're getting all the stuff out of the White House because they know that he's leaving. All right, and I thought it was strange that they were using U-Hauls. All right, you think they would use some type of like box truck or some type of truck that they own or some type of moving company, but they're using U-Hauls. Right, I thought that was interesting that U-Hauls are showing up to the White House today. So that's what's going on, and Biden is expected to talk about the end of his term here and how he is handing it over to Kamala. So let's get into the details here of this security breach, and thousands of police have been deployed to deal with the situation. And just to start it off, right, the opening ceremony for the DNC was disrupted by a quote pro-Palestinian protester that ran on stage and grabbed the mic and started chanting, "This is genocide." Right? That's what they were screaming into the mic before they were taken off stage by security. So this has been chaos since the literal opening ceremony has been chaos, right? And now we're having these security breaches as well. So there's been a major perimeter established around the DNC, a major wall put around it. Okay, they built this giant metal wall around the DNC, and they're also doing drills for mass casualty events and chemical, radiological, biological, nuclear events as well. They have the full hazmat gear on. They're doing drills at Rush Medical Center. Right, I broke this almost 2 weeks ago, how they were doing this, how they've done dozens of drills there, and they're ready for something big to happen. And it's already chaos on day one. We have the security breach happening right now. All right, so it says currently chaos is unfolding in Chicago, Illinois, as hundreds, possibly thousands, of pro-Palestine and other activists storm the Democratic National Convention fence. All right, they put around this giant wall, this big 8-foot tall fence, 10-foot tall fence, metal, and they broke it down. They broke a section down, and they stormed in and had to lock things down so people couldn't get inside. Right, people were trying to get inside, and they had to have a major police response, and they're still dealing with this currently right now, Monday night. And it says The scene is becoming increasingly volatile, with law enforcement on high alert. Protesters are setting off smoke bombs, hurling objects at police, and clashing with security forces as tensions continue to escalate. Alright, so just imagine if this was any other group doing this, storming the DNC, breaking down the walls, putting off smoke bombs. For some reason, this group is allowed to do it with impunity. And they're not even like mass arresting people. They're just trying to get them out of the security zone still, right? Isn't this trespassing? Isn't this disturbing the peace? I'm sure there's like a dozen other things. And they're allowing these groups to cause chaos for some reason. Let me know what you guys think down below, what their reasoning is. Do they want to disrupt the DNC? Do they want to disrupt Kamala? Right? For some reason as well, Biden is making his speech tonight. And it's mostly going to just be fluff. Right? He's not really going to say anything serious. But he's leaving tonight as well. You're not going to see Biden anymore at the DNC. And you're not going to see Kamala until Thursday night. Alright, so he's checking out. And they're allowing all this chaos to happen for some reason, even when the president is there. What's going on? Right? This is not normal. And it says an update on the breach, the fence being breached. Here's an update. This happened, the fence was probably breached around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 6 or 7 p.m. And here's an update now. It says update, hundreds of pro-Palestine protesters along with others, and they are saying, quote, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free in Chicago. That's what these protesters that stormed the DNC, now they're chanting this as well. Right? So this is chaos here. And thousands of police officers and law enforcement have been deployed to the DNC for security, and they sent around 400 to deal with the security breach as well for these, quote, protesters, right, that are tearing down the fences. And they're saying at least 4 people have been arrested from the incident, and it's still a developing situation, right? So if anyone else was doing this, it would be shut down, right? They would be saying, look at this chaos, look at these people being violent and tearing down barriers, right? Causing security breaches, trying to attack. But for some reason, this is their own group, and they're allowing them to attack the DNC. And this is on top of all these security warnings we have too. They're letting people get this close and be this rowdy and this wild. And people have their faces all wrapped up. Right? I saw this one guy, a video, these barriers and these fences were strapped together, right? And he pulled a box cutter, knife, something along these lines. I couldn't see the video great, but he pulled some type of knife out of his pocket and cut the straps for these barriers and opened up the straps so they could take more barriers down, right? He was going around cutting all the straps for him that were holding him up and holding him together, right? So, and he had his face all covered. This seems like a major security breach to have around all the top Democrat politicians. What's going on here? It's kind of strange and suspicious that they're allowing all this chaos to happen right near them. Okay? So, let me know what you guys think down below. I will give you guys any major updates that we see happen here. If Biden does announce he's resigning or something like that, I don't think that's going to happen. But who knows? We've seen Black Swan after Black Swan. We keep seeing these crazy events happen that are very out of the ordinary. Very out of the ordinary. So we could see Biden potentially resign, right? But I don't think that's going to happen. I'm recording this before his speech. If he does make that announcement, I will definitely let you guys know and keep you guys updated on this big news, all right? But he is leaving for vacation, he's saying. All right, he's going on vacation again. Apparently, he was just on vacation like last week or the week before. He's going on vacation again after his speech tonight. So he's kind of checked out, right? This is a lame duck presidency. There are still things happening behind the scenes, but it seems like Biden has checked out, and I don't really know if he is running the country, right? It doesn't seem like he's running the country. Let me know what you guys think. But it seems like nobody's running the country right now. He's checked out. He's going on vacation. There's so many things about to pop off, right? So many different wars that we're on the verge of right now. Okay, major escalations in the Middle East and also in Ukraine and Russia, right? There was a major attack in Russia just today in the Kursk Oblast, and there were 3 different major bridges that were destroyed, and is going to cause supply chain disruptions and going to cause strategic disruptions as well for moving military assets around in this part of the world. This just happened in the past 24 hours, all right? And we also have reports that Russia is now deploying their space troops, right? That's what they're calling them, their space troops. It's like their space force, essentially, but they're deploying space troops from their space force, essentially, to the battlefield, right? Because allegedly they're having issues with personnel, right, in this part of the country. So they are taking people from their space force, essentially, and deploying them to the battlefield right now, right? That's what's allegedly being reported from this situation too, but it's escalating, all right? They are using U.S. weapons, U.S. planes, U.S. vehicles are all being used, and NATO, Canada, France, Germany, all their different weapon systems are being used to directly attack Russia right now. And this could give Russia justification to retaliate, right? And potentially retaliate in a big way, maybe even go nuclear, right? Maybe use a tactical nuke to get everyone's attention and to get everyone to back off, right? So all these things are happening. That's just happening behind the scenes. That's like on the back burner right now. And Biden is just going to take another vacation for another week, right? I think they said he's like going to California or something. I don't remember where he said, but the ship is not being manned right now, right? Our country's a giant ship, and he's not steering it. I don't know who's steering it behind the scenes, but it seems like it's just floating along, and we're about to crash, right? So thank you guys. Please hit it up for me down there to help get these warnings out. I appreciate that. Hope you guys have big blessings for your life, your family, your homestead, and I hope you have a big old blessed day.